Hello?
This is a prepaid call from...
It's me for just a minute. I've been moved to Omaha.
An inmate at the Douglas County Jail. To accept this call, press 0. To refuse this call, hang up or press 1. To prevent calls from this facility, your current balance is $11.51. This call is from a corrections facility and is subject to monitoring, recording, and the location of your phone will be obtained. For more information about our privacy policy, please visit www.connectnetwork.com. After the beep, press 5 to accept this call. This call is from a corrections facility and is subject to monitoring, recording, and the location of your phone will be obtained. Stay on the line to accept this call. Thank you for using GTL.
Hello?
Hello, Mike.
Hey, I don't consent to recording of my calls. What's going on?
Hey, man, I don't know. It's very hectic. We've become like a magnet for the unjustly incarcerated, and this phone rings from morning till night, so I'm just trying my best to stay on top of things. But how are you, brother?
Okay, they have separated me from my legal material. Leavenworth Place down there in Kansas let me pack the legal material in front of them, so I knew everything was there. Nothing was taken out of it. I loaded the boxes into the van. When I got up here to Omaha, I unloaded the boxes out of the van. The U.S. Marshals took the boxes, put me in a cell, separated me from my boxes. Then when I finally got brought, a few hours later, brought to the counties in Omaha, they let me go through the boxes they said I could only have 10 sheets of paper, legal, whatever. And I noticed immediately that my Black's Law Dictionary, which I had evidence in, I had photographs of this motorcycle that they claimed that my wife gave to the FBI undercover agents, proving that she didn't give them that because the photograph was taken in September and they claimed that she gave it to them in May. Those photos are gone. All of my tabs in my book were gone. Everything that I had laid out, ready to go, if I was to be taken to trial, is all mixed up and or missing.
Yeah.
Then they took me to meet with this lawyer guy. Let's see, I was brought here on Tuesday. They took me to meet a lawyer on Wednesday here who said that, well, he was called to come speak to me. I said, well, who called you to come speak to me? Well, people from the, wouldn't give names, people from the U.S. Attorney's, public defender, and the court. Anyway, he says he's been doing this 35 years. He's a former county district attorney, a prosecutor for a long time. So he's been on the other team for a while. But he was an Air Force JAG officer for a long time, which I respect those guys, but still, that doesn't mean everything.
Right.
Then he was an assistant U.S. attorney for the Fed side for a while, and then he went into private practice, corporate law, and then criminal defense.
So he wants to be your public public pretender?
Well, no, he's private. He's private, and they would pay him. But they're trying to appoint him, I assume, to shut me up, so that I can't file anything, can't do anything. So I don't know if the guy's just a trap, a plant, a tool for them, or if he's legitimate, and if he'd actually try to help or do anything, or if he could do anything. I know that they took me into court yesterday without any advance notice, which is a violation of the rules. And they said they were there to determine if I wanted legal counsel. I said, well, you've given me no advance notice. You tell me what the rules are. You cited that, this small information that you've given me, but you're not following it. So I don't know what you're doing. You're not applying the rules, so I don't know what you're doing. I can't respond.
Right. Well, let me
and
just.
She said, well.
I'm sorry, Mike. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
This guy. What's his name again? Do you have it? What's his name that wants to be your attorney?
Yes, and I was going to ask if you could maybe do a cursory search on him. I don't know what Pat did to find out about that Vanderslice guy, but she found a bunch of stuff on there that was negative about him. This guy's name is Donald Schensey, Schensey.
Schen.
Donald.
Okay, Schensey.
Schensey.
Okay, I'll try to look up some information on him. Well, if he's not going to be your public...
First name is Donald.
Yep.
Middle initial is L.
Okay. I'll try to look up some information on him, Mike. If he's not going to be your public pretender, and you said he's private, who's footing the bill for this private attorney?
Oh, the court. When they don't have a public defender available because they're overbooked, then they do go to the local bar and they just appoint people.
I see.
So
okay.
That's not uncommon.
Okay.
But I've never said that I wanted appointed legal counsel. I've never waived my right to legal counsel. I've never waived any right, but they're just moving along. And they said that they're going to continue the trial. Instead of having a trial next week, they're going to continue it to give him time to prepare. So it'll be sometime in May before they have pretrial motion deadline. I think what it is, I think that they're not ready to go to trial.
Yeah.
I think that they probably, like the week before Easter, how many people are going to travel from Memphis, Tennessee to come up here the week before Easter and sit here for a week?
Right.
Most of them are wanting to go on vacation and do different things, and they don't want to be driving back to Memphis on a Friday for Easter. You're dealing with people that are basically selfish and lazy, don't care about anybody else. It's all about their convenience.
Is your trial still scheduled to start on? Is your trial still scheduled to start on March the 26th?
She verbally said she was going to continue it, and there's no date set now.
Okay, because Sue called yesterday with some good news on her case, but she did say if they are not allowing you access to legal papers, because the affidavit went to the wrong jail and she mailed you stuff, and I gave her the new address, 710 South 17th Street, Omaha, Nebraska. Your number changed too. Not that I know you hate that number, but the number, in order to get the mail to you, they did change your number. Also, Sue said to ask for a continuance, but it sounds like it's not necessarily going to start on March the 26th anyway, so you wouldn't necessarily have to ask for a continuance at this point.
So she did try to send me the affidavit, and they sent it back to her.
No, she called me one day before we found out that you moved to Omaha, Nebraska. You were in the previous place, I think it was Leavenworth, right? And I gave her the Leavenworth address because that's where you were at the time, and she mailed everything there. And then she called back a couple days later, and I said, "I'm sorry, Sue, but they moved him." And she said that didn't surprise her because it's diesel therapy, and they don't want the mail to get to you, and they purposely trying to move you around so you don't get any, So anyway, I think she's going to try to.
What did she mail me?
Some sort of affidavit. Does that make sense? I'm not really up on this legal stuff,
okay.
but yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I gave her the new address, and she did call you. She did. Yep. She did call yesterday. We spoke to her for about 8 minutes. I got the recording. I don't know if you want to listen to some of it. I could try to find the place, but she said some of her charges were dropped.
Good.
Not all of them, but some of them. She still has a trial, I think, April the 23rd. Her trial is April the 23rd. They were going to send her to Williams Lake, RCMP, but then they changed their mind, and she was real happy about that because she said last time she went there, the water nearly killed her. And she did have some good news. She seemed very upbeat with at least some of the charges being dropped. Not all of them, but just a few of them,
Did she say what charges were dropped?
Yeah, she did. Let me try to find it. Do you mind? I've got the video here. The audio here.
What about the child?
What is it? It was something about the child, but let's listen to it.
Free or drop?
She said, but there was a Let's listen.
For the ACCW, and they needed to go home, so I told them thank you so very much. I can't thank you guys enough for being given the same opportunities for their cause from this. Yesterday, around the time that I was speaking with you guys, basically, Crown Counsel, I guess yes, like the court registry told me this morning that they had brought a stay of the charges. Now this is my second stay because I have 3 breaches in their world. So this is the second stay that I received basically at 4:41. That was like after the building has been closed down. This morning I was packed up and waiting for the knock on.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mike. I'm trying to find the exact spot where she talks about the exact charges. You want me to keep looking? It's something.
It doesn't matter. So okay. Whatever.
It's something to do with the child. She basically said they did drop some of the charges, and anyway, you could tell she was very, very tired. And I know that they're putting a lot of stress on you and her, and it's absolutely insanity.
Yep. Well, is she still in the jail?
Yeah, she's in Alouette Correctional Center right now.
Okay. I had heard by somebody that said that Alex Jones had gone into hiding. Do y'all know anything about that?
No, my wife listens very keeps up with all that stuff, and that's not true. Not to our knowledge.
Okay. If y'all have an opportunity, GCNlive.com is the broadcasting company that Alex and the Power Hour and all these shows are on. If y'all happen to have the ability to go to GCNlive.com and see if you can pull up the Alex Jones Show information and where it shows its affiliates, where its terrestrial AM, FM radio stations are, see if there's one for GCN in Lincoln or Omaha, Nebraska. I was going to I've got a radio now so I can listen to their TV, so it's AM, FM, and I'm picking up some local stations, but I'm just apparently not able to find any GCN. But I would think that as big as these two towns are, there ought to be a GCN affiliate.
Do you want to know what the Coast to Coast affiliate is too?
I got Coast to Coast already. I found them.
Okay.
1110.
Okay, we'll look for GCN too.
Yeah, the other one is maybe Ground Zero with Clyde Lewis.
Okay.
I was able to listen to him out of Kansas City, Missouri, over there in Leavenworth, which is right across the bridge, 30 miles away. But I couldn't find him last night.
Okay. Yeah, my wife.
This is my only source of news. Radio is it. I don't have a TV to watch news. I don't have a paper to watch or to read. That I'm in a pod with 30-some-odd people. I'm in a room by myself. I'm locked in. I get out 1 hour a day, 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes at night. Have no contact with anybody. I'm in basically the nutcase area. Yeah. Everybody in here's got something mentally wrong with them. So, they've squirreled me away in this crowd this way. I don't get to go to the law library or any library. And
yeah, they're throwing everything they can at you to break your will and to to destroy you, Mike. But I know that you're a man of strong character and constitution, and we're praying for you, brother. What they're doing to you, we see as a very common tactic that they do to several other brothers and sisters in the Lord. I mean, they put them in this isolated cell. They only let them out for an hour a day. They play these mental games. What's horrific in your particular case is they've targeted your wife, which is unforgivable. These bastards will pay on Judgment Day, I guarantee you.
And I did talk to Mary yesterday, and she said that there was somebody that called the Alex Jones Show and mentioned your website, Lone Star 1776 on YouTube. Said, you guys got to look at this site. There, all these political prisoners that y'all need to talk about, these political prisoners, and get Trump involved in them, and Alex Jones wouldn't touch it.
Well, yeah, we have a friend named Daryl that broke through. Yeah, it is sickening. It is sickening that the people with the big microphones will not even recognize that we have political prisoners in America that need, that need to be covered and need to be reported upon.
This man was talking about, you had people listed on there that were squirreled away in secret places that they would not give them the ability to communicate in phone or writing or any way at all with their family or with counsel or anything. They're just hiding these people.
Yep.
Absolutely. CMUs. It's a communications management unit, and Mike, if there's not any money in it for them, or if it's not going to make their audience bigger,
You have 1 minute remaining.
We love you, Mike. We're going to continue to pray, and please let us know if there's anything we can do.
Here's the affiliate.
Mike, my wife did find the affiliates, but we only have 1 minute. We'll let you know, or you still got the same mailing address, right?
Email?
No, he doesn't have email.
I'm here at the jail.
Yeah.
Omaha Jail.
I got.
And the numbers. You got the number 350-1687?
I don't see anybody in Nebraska.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if you mail me anything to Lincoln, I think I got one letter from you that had Pat's listing of all the different filings in her case, but that letter that I wrote to the judge, that petition, they took it out of my stuff. If you got an ability to send me a copy,
yeah,
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I got a copy of the petition. I'll get it in the mail tomorrow, Mike.
Okay, and if I can ever get access to my money, the U.S. Marshal stole my check that Leavenworth sent. If I can get access to the funds I've got, I'll get some phone time and call you back.
Thank you for using GTL.
Every state is listed except Nebraska.
They don't have Nebraska for GCN Life?
I don't see Alex Jones on there.
Remind me to send the petition. My goodness. It's just overwhelming, folks. But please keep Mike Parsons, Pat Parsons, and Sue Holland in your prayers. And let's never give up. Let's continue to work. And I may sound very frustrated at the Alex Jones of the world who refuses to cover stories like this, but if he did cover the stories like this, and if he did do the right thing, I would sing his praises. So, I wish these people would do the right thing.